Hey guys. Sorry I don't have my mic on me today, but I'm just cruising home for the night. But I like to describe the state of flow that I'm in, because it's really life-changing. But a lot of people don't understand it. So I've been getting up at 5:30 for the last few days, and the whole idea behind it is basically the earlier in the morning that I do something that is challenging, the better the rest of my day goes, because it just gives you something to compare your day to. And so if the first thing you do in your day is 7 out of 10 hard, then the rest of your day is a 5 out of 10 hard, then in comparison, it seems like you have a pretty easy day. But if you don't do anything at the beginning of the day and it's a 0 out of 10, then compared to a 0, a 5 out of 10, your whole day is a very hard day. And so we always have to have something to compare other things to naturally. And so if you give yourself basically like a peak moment to compare the rest of your day to, that's really hard, then every single day is going to seem easy. So if you start your day with a 9 or a 10, every day is going to appear super easy, even if it's not. And so basically the idea behind that is, first thing I tried to do was try to wake up super early, try to work out as soon as I wake up, because the idea behind that was working out in the morning sucks, especially if it's cardio. And problem with that was I just would not get up out of bed. And so how do I do something hard when I can't even get out of bed? Well, the earliest you could possibly get something in the day without having to rely on waking up early is waking up early. So waking up early is the earliest thing that you can do in the day that is hard. So took my schedule, waking up at like 7 or 7:30, pushed it back 2 hours and wake up at 5:30. But very me. But basically the idea is I'm getting up at 5:30 because it sucks. But getting up at that time, you get a lot done in the morning. I get all my schoolwork done. But I'm in this mental state now that I really appreciate. And I think that it's where most work in life happens. And it's this middle ground between feeling rested and feeling completely exhausted. And that sounds kind of obvious because we're always between those two states. But what I mean is I'm like teetering. So I look tired. I'm very unexpressive, monotone. My eyes feel heavy, but not too heavy. And my body feels well rested. And my mind is clear. And I find that I get into the state when I wake up really early and I really push throughout the day. And it's beautiful because in this state, I have just enough energy to do everything that I want to do, but I don't have enough energy to fight myself. What do I mean by that? You know, when you have hard things to do or things you don't want to do, and you have this mental resistance where you're basically having an inner dialogue, an argument against yourself. Good example is like cold water. Like nobody really likes getting in cold water unless you're like lying. But the whole premise is you spend all of your time basically arguing against yourself whether you're going to get in the cold water or not. And you're trying to convince yourself to not get in the cold water, whether it be, oh, I don't need to do this, or I could just hot shower just today, whatever. It's an inner fight against yourself. And basically I have just enough energy to do the action, but I don't have enough energy, or at least I don't feel like I have enough energy to fight myself. And so it's this beautiful teetering point where I only have enough energy to take action, but not enough energy to really think. And so I'm in this sort of flow state where I'm just doing things without really having a busy mind. And that might not sound like a good thing, but what I mean isn't I can't think. I don't mean that I can't do critical thinking and I can't think at all. What I mean is I don't have the energy to fight myself. I don't have the energy to resist myself. I don't have the energy to overthink, etc. I have only enough energy to critically think about the things that need to be done. And I've gotten to that point because of waking up early. At least that's what I believe. And that's why I think it's beautiful, is because it's not a sustainable state of mind. Because, like I said, I'm kind of like a little bit numb or unexpressive, but it's an extremely productive state of mind to be in because I feel very at peace. I'm very aware of my own breath, and I can basically stay focused at all times because I'm in it's like a constant meditative state where I'm just tired enough that it gives the illusion that I'm calm, but I'm really just tired. But I don't know. I know it's hard for me to describe abstract ideas, but I really attribute this to waking up early because naturally when you get up earlier in the morning, you have a kind of haze of tiredness about you. And even, of course, once you wake up, it doesn't fully go away. There's something different about waking up at the butt crack of dawn. And it's a really great feeling, and I can't describe it. And so if anybody that's watching this video is looking for focus or mental clarity or looking to get a lot of work done, I highly recommend that you start waking up 2 to 3 hours earlier than you already are, because there might be the off chance that you get put into this mental state that I think is optimal for building something and growing, because I can be extremely disciplined all the time because I just don't have the energy to fight it. I have enough energy to do it, but I don't have enough energy to fight against myself trying to do it, which expends a lot of energy, a lot more than you might think. And so I just kind of like give up and submit to myself, and I'm just doing stuff now, and I don't really think much about it because I'm just so tired that I just keep going. And it's not like a tired, like unhealthy, like physically I'm still strong. I can go to the gym and I can lift and I feel recovered, but it's kind of just like a mental tiredness or a mental haze, but it's like a good haze. I really don't know how to describe it, but like it's good. It's not sustainable, and I don't recommend it if you have a family because you're not very there. You can be kind of just unexpressive and flat, but if you're in a state where you can put a 3-month period of your life aside to really grind, whether it be in the gym or with a career or studying, whether it needs to be, it's definitely a strategy that I would highly recommend. So yeah, that's everything for today. I hope you guys have a great night. Take into consideration what I said. Think about if you agree with it, disagree with it, how it applies to you. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys tomorrow.